Old School Bodybuilding Clothing Company. If it's been 3.5 hours since you last ate protein and now you're starting to freak out, you are old school. If watching someone sit on a hammer machine for 5 minutes between sets playing with their phone pisses you off, you are definitely old school. OSBBC.com for the hardest training athletes.
I haven't seen the sun in a fucking week and a half. Look! It just came out! Hey, look at that!
I love it!
And we are back with another exciting episode of After Hours. We're a little short-staffed today, but John Romano assures me that he's rebooting. We have Richard Rodriguez, John Bravo, and Greg Valentino here today, and they were just talking. Our pre-show is actually better than the show, but
absolutely.
Greg was telling us some of his cycles that he was taking, and I think it was John Bravo who asked Greg if he ever used equipoise, and Greg's like, used equipoise? I would use a whole bottle every time I would take the stuff. And back
maybe
then,
even more.
The Mexican was what, 30 ml bottles, right?
No, I took the Gannaballs, which was Dominican, and they were 50 cc jugs, and I took that whole fucking jug in a week. 50 cc's, not to mention the fucking the testosterone. I would take Steroids testosterone.
Right, but hold on, were those the 50 milligram per ml ones?
Yeah. Yep.
So you were doing 50 ml. So you were doing 2,500 milligrams of the stuff in a week.
Right.
Wow.
A week.
Which is probably not that high compared to what some of these other crazy people do today.
Well,
I was saying to Greg, you can go on eBay now, even now, and they sell it as veterinarian use. You can buy the huge. Yeah, you could buy the huge bottle
of horses.
Still on eBay.
You sure it's real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's legit. It's the bottle, the veterinarian brand.
They even sell it on.
I gotta go buy something.
They even sell it in.
I'm gonna buy Greg a Christmas present. Pull that up, Tyler, on eBay.
Wait, Greg, it's not under your desk. You don't have the fucking bottle.
No, I wish I did. I'd be fucking. It'd be empty by now. No,
I don't do shit anymore. Like some of the horse magazines, Dave. In some of the horse magazines, you could even buy equipoise.
Yeah,
like people that.
But a lot of times those magazines, you got to provide a veterinarian's prescription.
These were the Gannaballs, the green label.
No, I used them. I know, but I'm just saying the equipoise, the American equipoise, was the best quality of all of them. I think.
Oh, I took that too, but I don't know. I like that Gannaball shit. I used to like Russian sustenance. I would get them in a strip.
I don't see it here. I see some fake, like wannabe equipoise.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
You see that, John? Can you see what's on screen? Oh, you can't see it? Oh.
No, we can't see it.
You know what it is? Listen, I know.
Oh, you're looking up on eBay? Yeah, look it up on eBay.
Give me a sec.
Listen, I got to tell you guys something. Tom, God rest his soul. Dave, you know who he is. He used to own Zolabs, Tom?
Yep. He died too?
He died a long time ago, Dave. He died at least 10, maybe more years ago.
I used to buy a lot of his, what was his, he had a version of Synthol too, right?
Aceclene.
The Aceclene, yeah.
But he used to be the one that's selling the back of the fucking magazines. You'd see equipoise. He would spell it wrong. They would take a fucking pill and drop like a pill in a fucking in like the water shit,
right?
And it would dissolve, and he'd have like this milky liquid, and they would say it was Winstrol. I even told him, dude, don't do that shit, because somebody will fucking take that shit and die.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up.
All right, let's
see. None of those. Those are golf clubs, bro.
Let's see. Tyler's looking.
Equipoise card.
Yeah, we're getting here. I don't know. We're not. I don't know if we're in the right side. Maybe we got to go into the chemical section.
No, there's another way. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Find the link and send it to me, John.
Yeah, let me see. Hold on.
Oh, look, High Tech has got their own equipoise. Go figure that one out.
It just only goes to the
yeah.
What the fuck is the equipoise playing card? Oh, there's an equipoise fountain pen.
No, hold on.
I think Bravo is like in delusion land. I highly doubt eBay is selling equipoise on there. Although I will tell you that Amazon.com now sells bacteriostatic water. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
a lot of people are always asking me about bacteriostatic water, where to get it. They sell it on eBay, on Amazon now.
For a long time. I've been buying it for years already.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Wow,
Welcome back, John.
Sorry, everything's going wrong. I got 3 trees being put in, and I had to reboot. So I had to send the trees back because they tried fucking robbing me. Because it's supposed to be $20 a foot, and I went out and measured them, and they were like one was 2 feet short, the other one was 3 feet short.
Shit.
And they're trying to charge me full price.
That's not fun. Oh, Mr. G just walked in a little late today.
We got to get Jimmy the Bull. He's pulling
been up for 3 days.
Oh yeah.
3 days.
Yeah.
George, he's right. He's going into his 3rd day now.
Of what? Not sleeping?
Not just driving a dump truck back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. He almost wrecked on the expressway.
Why won't he take a day off and sleep at least?
Because it's a gig. They got to get it done. He fell asleep at the wheel and almost hit a truck.
Oh, that's not fun.
He's coming here in November. I just spoke to him.
So he says, yeah.
What?
Georgie,
Are we live yet?
Of course we're live.
If I had $1 for every time he said he's coming in November,
look what I got.
I'd be investing in Mr.
If you had
protein.
Open it up. What is it?
Let me see.
If you had $1,
let's see what
you'd have some of them cookies. You'd be able to afford them.
I've been waiting for his cookies. I'm starving to death. I see he's got the cookies on the floor. This is not cookies.
Oh! What's this?
Jimmy the Bull. Autograph picture.
Give me the Bull.
Let me see what else is in here. Oh, look at this.
I thought he was gonna pull a cookie out.
What is this for?
Wait.
Are you part? Did you join the Jimmy the Bull fan club?
Oh, look at this! The straps, baby.
Oh, you joined the Jimmy the Bull fan club? You got a free picture with that?
No, this is what he sent in the box.
So you ordered it. Where did you order it from?
Oh, Jimmy sent them.
Oh, I thought he had a website that actually was functional.
Just DM him right now.
I have a pair. I'm just saying. I want people ask me where to buy it. I don't know where to send them.
The penis extender.
Look at that pig. Look at this. For all for everybody out there, this is what Jimmy looked like back in the day when he walked in the gym like this. This is how he dressed. Swear to God.
I remember him like that.
I seen him bench this too.
Hair on the side of the head and shit. Dude, let me tell you. Is that proof that the Earth is fucking flat? Because that came flat rate.
I got it. No, I got a new one for him. I sent him a video that the Earth is hollow.
No, you sent
that. Yeah. I sent him a video. Now he believes it.
Oh, okay.
He goes, "This is very interesting."
Wow.
So you're gonna drive that dude fucking crazy, man.
So wait, John. So it's a flat, hollow Earth?
No, this one's a round Earth. It's hollow in the middle, and there's another Earth inside.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
Are you like?
Yeah, they said because they tried drilling through the Earth. It's 4,000 miles to the middle, and they could only get 8 miles down, and they had to turn back because the heat was too high. So that's just 8,000 feet out of 44 miles. So 8 miles out of 40 miles, or 4,000 miles. So they think there's plenty of room in there for another world. And it's I sent them the video. Now he's all intrigued.
Is it like Journey to the Center of the Earth, where they actually have an atmosphere in there?
Pretty
and
much.
shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's where the dinosaurs are and shit.
Yeah.
They're down there now.
Now he believes that now.
So wait.
He said it's intriguing. It's very intriguing. You got my interest, though.
So wait a minute. So actually, you've actually been able to crack Jimmy the Bull and at least maybe make him think, oh, okay, the Earth is round, but it's hollow.
Only if it's hollow. Yeah.
Only if it's hollow. He likes that.
Well, I remember that thing.
He just posted a fucking picture, and he said, fucking Richard Nixon talked on a landline to the fucking dude. He didn't have a landline that went to the moon. You know what I'm saying? He had a landline that went to some fucking, signal projected it. That's how they were able to talk up there. Now, remember, he always talks about that. How did Richard Nixon talk to
Now,
Armstrong.
did you see you know that guy David Weiss who we had on the show, the flat Earth guy?
Yeah.
He was on a podcast with like a guy who really understands physics and stuff like that. Not us like wannabes.
He's not a Momo like us.
They destroyed him. They destroyed him to the point where he's like, "Stop acting like a dick to me. Stop acting like a dick." That was his only comeback. They destroyed all his hypotheses and all his little things that he was destroyed. I mean, it was terrible. They're like, how come when you're in the southern hemisphere and you look up, the stars go one direction, and when you're in the northern hemisphere and you look up, it goes the other direction? You can't explain that. He couldn't explain it. So.
Wow.
So Dave, I looked it up.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think eBay cracked down on it finally and took it off. But I guarantee you someone in the comments is going to comment below. They've definitely seen it because a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, it was all over and sold as horse boldenone. You know what I mean? It was sold on eBay in those big vials.
It's still, but I told you, it's still sold to this day. Like on those race, because a couple of people, where I was in Yazoo City, are invest in horses. They used to race horses. And they used to bring in all the horse magazines into the prison, and I would see it literally in the magazine, like, holy shit, they sell
a lot of times you needed a prescription from a veterinarian for them to fill.
Yeah, you'd still need, just like if your dog got sick and they needed an antibiotic, you'd have to get a prescription.
Do they shoot those dogs up that race? You know, the dogs in Florida? I wonder if they shoot them up and stuff.
What I want to know is how good does that cookie taste that John Romano and I are not eating, but Dave is eating it.
We gave him these little.
He's got little mini ones.
Yeah, because I want to make them like regular, like Chips Ahoy's.
I feel like Oliver Twist. You remember when he was looking in the fucking thing and he's got
people get very mad.
No, Greg, remember the movie 48? Was it 48 Hours with
Nick Nolte?
Who?
Wasn't Nick Nolte in that with Eddie Murphy?
No,
with Eddie Murphy.
That's a different movie. Trading Places.
Trading Places.
Yes. Remember
Eddie Murphy.
Dan Aykroyd's looking in the window and you see an Eddie Murphy.
Because he got thrown out of his own house. Dude, that's what I feel like. We're sitting over there looking at him like this. Dave's got crumbs on his face and shit. And Dave's like, "Oh, this is delicious."
People are very angry that I'm eating cookies and that you guys have nothing. So.
Well, I figured.
I think we should all give up hope that we're ever going to be receiving samples.
No, don't give. Hey, never give up hope, Rich.
Because you just said the wrong thing to Georgie.
Yes,
never
give
tell
up.
Mr. G to give up. Never.
Right,
never give up.
I want to bring up a topic that Richard.
Otherwise, you're going to get a speech.
Okay.
I want to bring up a topic that Richard actually. You know what? Before we get to that topic, I sent you an email, Tyler. Pull this up.
By the way, I got my Jerry Ward shirt on.
Miami is the number one. Is the safest city in the whole country.
That's why I saw that today.
The safest. I was just there the other day.
What, Miami?
Yeah, it's 48 murders. In fact
23, Georgie.
Oh, 23.
You know
okay.
What it is that everybody's so concerned with looking good and finding and looking for sugar mamas and sugar daddies. And they ain't got no time.
Wait, and the taxes, they lowered the taxes. They have more cops on the streets.
Is Cuban, and he doubled the police force.
Yeah.
He didn't taking shit from anybody. When the rioters came, the cops went up to the rioters and said, "You probably don't want to be here because we're going to enforce the law." Yeah.
Wait, what is this bullshit?
All right, look at this story.
Designer
vaginas. That's the newest thing in plastic surgery. All these women now. I guess the new style of these little pants. Do you see these girls in the gym? They wear these things. They basically go up their butt crack.
Well,
I got a story about this one.
Listen. So these girls don't want camel toe, so they go into the plastic surgeon and they get vagina reductions done. So
listen, Dave.
So they can wear these stupid pants.
Listen, I dated a girl. Right?
Matter of fact, hold on. Let me just say this. Kim Kardashian had a line of clothing, and her sister Khloe was complaining because she's got a big vagina supposedly, and it sticks out when she wears the pants. So Kim made she has different styles now where there's more of a vagina room in there now.
Yeah, they cut off the lips. That's what they do.
Get their vaginas
short. Richard,
the outer ones or the inner ones?
What?
No, outer.
The outer ones. The outer lips.
Listen, I dated a girl who had that surgery done. I didn't know till after we fucked. And then she told me she did it.
I'm a man that likes to go down, man. I like it natural there, man.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it. It looked natural. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell, but it was crazy at the time because I never heard of any
Anytime
girl
you
getting
screw
this
your
surgery. I didn't even know it was
genitals,
a thing.
that's a no-no.
Dude, I still like the '70s Bush, bro. I don't want no clipped lips. I still want the '70s Bush. I like it fucking. I like a fucking rug down there. You know what I mean? Like in a V triangle, but I mean.
But do you see these new pants? Do you see these new
70s porn? Watch that shit.
Greg, you're flossing your teeth with the fucking hair.
I love it. I don't mind. I like that shit.
That shit is nasty though, man.
When it goes up the belly button and shit.
But
yeah, but what about the smell?
Pull up some of these pants these girls wear.
Well,
it goes up the
if it fucking stinks, then I don't want. But
I want to show them from
Greg, you notice something? Greg, let me ask you a question. You notice sometimes some girls just naturally have a smell? There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh yeah,
that's an STD though, dude.
No, some girls they don't have no STD and it just has a scent to it.
Especially if you go to the Caribbean and ride a bus. Ooh, man.
Oh, yeah, dude, my friend Paul picked up this stripper. Me and her were doing it together. And we were in the shower, and he was sticking a shower massage up her fucking vagina there. And she could not, you couldn't get that smell out of it. And it felt like rubber, too. It's like fucking rubber.
So was it like a fishy smell? Like a
yeah, like fucking.
Yeah, that's an STD.
No, sometimes they just naturally have that smell.
Wait, that's an STD.
No, you gotta use vinegar water.
That's from guys busting a nut in there.
Bleach is way more effective.
Exactly.
No, vinegar water.
No, that's because
John is right. John fucking nailed it on the
there.
head. John is 100% right. Too many guys are coming in there, and it starts rotting and fucking smelling.
Five Alive will solve that.
They got that.
It's like peeling the plastic cover off a coffee can.
No.
I don't like that. I don't like that shit. They're fucking baking bread in there, making.
Yeah, man.
You know what the worst is too? If you're using a condom and you mix the smell of the condom and that together, nothing worse. Wow. Nothing worse.
Oh, the condom stench. Yeah.
Yeah, the condom smell mixed with that together. It's nasty.
What about those flavored condoms they got mixed in with that? That's disgusting.
No, I never tried those.
Edible. Have you guys ever tried the edible panties? I tried that shit. with my girl.
Yeah, but you gotta eat so much of that before you get to the main attraction, man.
And then you're full.
It's basically a fruit roll-up.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it is. But
you gotta chew on that fucker, when you get through that.
A big fruit.
I don't like mixing.
But guys, think about it. You got to be pretty hardcore of a woman to go to the doctor and have them like do surgery on your vagina. I mean, that's a pretty extensive surgery. Cut. Because if they screw it up and you lose sensitivity there, I mean, I wouldn't want to have anyone operating on my penis. That's for sure.
So you've never had a vasectomy then?
No, I won't do it. That's
no, but that's not on your penis. That's done underneath in the skull.
Pretty fucking close.
Well, you did it. You did it, John.
No. Well, I mean, I'm not having any more kids, so I don't want to have any more kids. But I don't like the whole.
My
idea
motto is just fucking hit her in the can. You don't even have to worry about it then. Go from behind. Right?
In some countries, that is a normal practice of birth control.
What is
the best way? That's when all these girls say pro-choice, I say, well, you made your choice when you spread them fucking legs. Take it up the ass. Take it in the mouth. You know what I mean? Take it between the tits. Right? Why do you? If you know that you're fucking in that ovulation mode or whatever, and some guy, you let some fucking momo get, and he's over there pumping away, and he comes inside you. What do you expect? You made you.
George, you know a girl who like does that, right?
The momo's in there pumping away, and then he's ready to bust his nut. He tries to pull out, and she wraps her legs around him. Can't get out.
I don't understand the guys that can't.
Girl does that.
They have to do it. They're stupid.
Oh, you guys, you can't fucking pull out on time?
I know. I don't get it.
Yes. Come on.
I don't get it.
Stick it in the ass. That's my motto. Hit her in the shitter. Give her some spam. You know what spam is? Ham in a can. Ham in the can. Give her some spam. Ham in the can.
All right.
Right there. That's my motto. You'll never worry about pregnancy. And you know what? She'll love you more for it. She'll respect you more. Because once they take it in the ass, they're like, at first they act like they don't like it. And before you know it, they're like, can you do like from
I got something for Greg. Greg, look at this. What's that?
What is it?
Poll watch manual.
Did you get elected? I mean, did you get appointed?
Yeah, we need poll watch.
George's job is to protect the fucking polls. Isn't today election day?
Primaries.
How come you're not at work then?
Oh shit!
No, I'm going to be working during the primaries. I mean,
it is the
primaries today, but this is Not this one, the regular elections in November.
How'd you do that?
I got there too late, but then I'm going to be a committee person, and then after the committee person, I'm going to run for representative.
Oh boy.
No, but they're going to send me to the worst neighborhood. I said, send me to the worst neighborhood. You know? No, because apparently...
Can we send him with a camera? A camera crew? Imagine him going through the worst neighborhoods. Like,
send Tyler with them with a camera.
I don't think Tyler wants to go.
Send his brother Bobby with him.
You're not allowed to talk to anybody. You know, but apparently through they just got rid of like 4 people who.
Well, what's your job officially? To make sure that the people are not like voting twice?
Yeah, to make sure that other you aren't coming there wearing Republican or Democrat or your representatives who's ever running for office their gear while you're working. People can't talk. The poll workers, you can't talk to the people while they're in there. You can't.
Right. So what is your job?
Watch that to make sure that shit doesn't happen.
So if I come with a Trump shirt and I can't vote?
Yeah, what are you talking about? No, you can come with a Trump. No, I'm talking about people who are working as poll watchers can't wear.
No, I understand that. But if you're there, what is your official job duty?
To make people uncomfortable.
Mr. G.
To make sure, first of all, Tyler, I don't make people feel uncomfortable.
No.
So,
well, as long as you don't have an assault.
I want things. I'm fair. You know,
Yeah, but what are you supposed to be doing? Like, do you have a prescribed job description when you're there?
I'm
What?
supposed to make sure that the people show their IDs and stuff like that, and that nobody, and that that the Democrat and Republican are both watching at the from the same distance. They're not putting you like 30 feet away.
Right.
You know, and then they're not speaking to each other. You know, when they're there.
Right.
You know, you can't. You can't promote.
So you basically have to just be mute the whole time you're there and say nothing. And that's what. So this is a job for once a year. You do this?
No, this is a job whenever the elections are.
Well, the election's usually once a year, right?
Right, but I'm going to be involved. I'm getting involved in. I'm going to get involved in
party politics.
Just not even. I don't even care about the. Like I said, I don't care about any Republican, Democrat. I care about telling the truth and doing what's good for the whole country.
Well, then you're in the wrong business.
Well, no, I'm not. Listen, they love me there. They went crazy. No, they want.
Yeah, because you're working for free.
They have all fucking wimps there. All these little wimps that are afraid. If you're not afraid to lose your reputation, you know, or your life, just like going in the army, your life, then you shouldn't be involved in working for us, because they're supposed to work for us.
Right.
They don't. They're not.
Right. All right. Well,
George, what if you saw Tyler come there with a?
You want less government? 51% of the people who got oil last year made $70,000 or less.
Yeah.
Our border is being invaded.
Well, you want to go into politics. You don't want to really be watching people vote.
No, but this is a story.
He's in at the ground floor. Like, you got to sweep the floors before you can actually run the
cookie. How you make the product? I want to know. Right. I have to have boots on the ground and know everything that's going on.
Right.
You know, forget the federal, bring it back to the state, and let people in their communities run programs and stuff like that. Not the federal government.
Look, if Trump runs again, maybe you get a job with him.
It doesn't matter. I don't care whether it's Trump. It doesn't matter who's ever telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
No bull. Not say stuff just because it sounds good.
Right.
You know what I mean? I
agree.
To me, I want to go get the gangs, and let's get the gangs instead of killing each other. Let's get you guys having cage matches. And work it out. No, seriously.
George is running pay-per-views for the gang in Miami.
I'm going to start right in Palm Beach. Right up in Riviera Beach is one of the worst
George
areas.
is going to fight the Gang of 8 in Congress.
What?
Good luck with that.
You're going to fight the Gang of 8 in Congress.
John, it's about being honest. It doesn't matter. First of all, you need a left wing and a right wing for a bird to fly straight. What I mean by that is you need someone who's conservative and someone who has liberal ideas. And you get together and you hash it out, you work it out, you argue, but at the end of the day, you don't demonize the other people.
Yeah.
If I call you a racist or a fascist, okay, then tell me why. How am I that? That's what they do, and they shut down speech. You have to have a dialogue.
Yeah.
And you have to have boots on the ground, know what's going on.
Yeah.
You got my vote.
Yeah.
I'm voting for you guys.
No, I want to because I don't care about money. I don't care about my reputation. Right. I care about helping people for real.
Romano, if I have him on and I allow him to when he runs for Congress here, Do I have to have the other candidate on for equal time? Is that
You should.
right?
Yeah,
Isn't
you
that
can
a
have
rule?
one.
You should. You should have a mini debate.
You should have Tyler.
We got to. Are you going to run as a Democrat or a Republican?
I'm running as a I'm going to run as a Republican, but
All right.
but I'm not going along there. I'm not going to vote along party lines if I feel as though what they're voting for is wrong.
Right.
I don't.
So, Georgie,
or am I going to demonize like what happened now with they go to Trump and they raid Trump's thing, the FBI. He's going to be right. No, you can't do that. It's wrong.
All right.
That's. I mean,
All right, when you're ready for the run,
that's the problem, Georgie. Is that one side thinks they're right, the other side thinks they're right, and there's no delineation between right and wrong. So the Democrats want to do whatever they can do to stay in power, and basically turning us into a third world country. The raid on Trump.
It's not happening, John. It's not happening because the country.
I don't want to talk about politics right
We're
now.
not talking about politics.
Yes, we are. Now it's segued into politics. All right.
I was just talking about being honest.
5 million people in the United States illegally. That's the size of some countries.
Right.
Ask your wife, Val, and she'll win.
The border's wide open. Crime is out of control.
He's
the economy fucked.
Fine, when you're ready to do your campaign speech, you'll come on here.
I'm Braveheart. I'm the new Braveheart. You should see when I spoke at this meeting
you
with
have
600 people. They went crazy. The woman loved me. It was like,
but no one heard me.
All right, I'm changing the subject. I want to talk. Look, I want to talk about Larry Wheels.
Dude, over here in New York, it's savagery. You guys are great. You guys are all lucky to get the fuck out of here. It's savagery here.
All right.
It's not only is it savagery, it's insulting to the people who live here, who are tax-paying.
Well, let me tell you. Listen, I've been away. Listen, let me say something. I've been away from, you guys know, New York, New Jersey for 15 years. I came back. I can't believe the amount of illegals now compared to what it was then. It's like 10, 15 times the amount.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. How do you identify an illegal?
Biden has been.
So are they wearing T-shirts, Johnny Bravo, that you could identify illegals?
Oh, you can tell. I'm not going to say.
What do you mean you can tell? What kind of racist statement is that?
Listen,
you just call him a racist?
No, I'm not racist.
Forget racist.
How can you tell if someone's illegal?
Dave,
no, but I'm going to say something.
People
don't
like
I want to hear him.
He's not racist. He has one.
They're working for a landscaper or washing dishes.
No, let me say something. I respect people, all races who work hard in life, and that it is that they do that. You know what I mean? My only problem is when they send money over to other countries, right? Then the money, you're taking money out of the United States and taking it to other countries.
Johnny, it's worse. It's worse. 5 million people have crossed the border illegally since Biden took office. 5
because he doesn't care. Yeah.
Listen to me.
123 different countries.
Those 5 million people are receiving all kinds of fucking payouts. Healthcare, food support, transportation, anywhere they want to go in the fucking country. 5 million people. Okay,
wow. John, how many of them are men?
They come from countries we're sending money to. So we're sending money to those countries. These people come over here, walk into the fucking country because the border is wide open. They commit all kinds of crime. Crime is out of control. The fucking economy's in the tank, and our border is wide the fuck open. That is a huge freaking problem. We send money out and we get double fucked on this because we're sending those countries money and we're getting it in the ass by letting 5 million people come here and suck off the tit. That's
John, you're not families, though. John, you're not families. They're men. You know that.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. There's 5 fucking million of them.
I know, but people are like, oh, but they're families.
5 million of them. And that's only since he took office. We still got a whole shit ton more time with him fucking keeping the door open. So that's going to grow to 7, 8, 10 million. We're supporting those people.
I'm going to send them back like Eisenhower. Put them on buses and go back. That's what's going to happen.
He went from running for local representative. Now he's the president.
Fucking border.
No, once I get, the president is one person.
Yeah.
He has a whole cabinet of people, the whole...
Oh, you're going to be the cabinet
now? George, you got that all wrong. The border is 100% Biden's fault.
Yeah, I know that.
The cabinet, not the any. It's his fault. It's his policy. He enacted it. He told them what to do. He opened the border. That is totally on Biden. 100% on Biden.
He probably forgot he did it.
Just
That's
like
the problem.
fuel, John. Just like the fuel. We were energy independent. I still have arguments with guys in the gym, and I'm like, dude, I paid $1.81 at one point for gas. Remember when Trump was actually dumping the gas because we were digging our own fuel? Biden said, when I get in, I'm going to stop all that oil shit fracking. But so you know what? Our president is actually Putin, according to him, because it's Putin's price hike. It's Putin's problem, the food that's going up. That's his fucking problem. The gas shortage, that's Putin. The fucking crime, everything's Putin's fault.
Right.
Okay? And Trump.
I can solve all these problems. Just go on a cycle of steroids. That'll solve everyone's problems. All right, let's segue away from that. I know you guys like to talk politics. We're not going to talk about politics the whole show because people don't get upset. I want to talk about Larry Wheels because Larry Wheels made a video. We all know Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels was in one of our Bros vs. Pros competitions back in the day when he was in his 20s. He's probably one of the strongest guys I've ever seen. Just
unbelievable.
The guy, the deadlift, the squat, the bench. I mean, with no shirt, he's like a Jimmy the Bull, like of modern era, basically. He did Bros vs. Pros here. He's unbelievable. He made an announcement.
Dude, I met him in person. That's a big motherfucker too, though.
Yes.
He's tall. He's a big fucking guy.
And he's got a good physique. He's competed in bodybuilding and done well too. So,
oh my God,
he can do it all, this guy. But he's made an announcement on his YouTube channel that he was going to stop competing or whatever. I don't even know what he's doing currently. And he's going to go on TRT, right? He's going to downsize. What do you think, John Bravo, what do you think is prompting this little announcement on his part?
Well, you know, I did a video about it, and doing the video, I saw people's comments, and a lot of people, and to go back on what you were saying, he's basically saying he's going to go down to 150 to 175 milligrams of testosterone now, and that's all he's going to do is TRT because he can't produce testosterone naturally because he's been doing it, you know, steroids hardcore.
Whatever. That's everyone's big thing. Yeah.
So
younger,
he was,
younger.
Yeah, I think he said 15. I'm not sure exactly what the date, how old he was, but he's been doing it for a long time, abused a lot of shit. And he didn't exactly say, you know, he said he's excited to be able to see what he can do doing such a low dosage. And he's going to stay on it. And definitely one day when he wants to break the 1,000-pound deadlift record, he might go back on it. But it seems like he doesn't want to do it now.
I think it's been broken.
And a lot of people, a lot of people in the comments, they're saying either one or two things. Like, he's doing it for views, or he's doing it because he might have an underlying health issue that he doesn't want to disclose to people. And I'm curious to see what you guys say about it, because I've been reading the comments on my video and everyone has something different to say.
I didn't see that video. I'm gonna watch that shit.
Yeah, my personal take, because I did a follow-up video on you. It's like my personal take is just based on history of knowing the obscene amount of products that he used to take. Back when he was like 13, 14 years old, man, like, you know, when I was working out with him and Gilberto Mundo in the Bronx and in those areas. And it's like, and I looked to myself as like, how he has not sustained.
Yeah, Rich, you knew him as a kid, right? Rich,
you
knew him as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Before he was the Larry Wheels that everyone knows, I remember you knew him because I remember discussing in 2016 with you, and hardly anyone, you know, he was just started to get on the scene. I remember you knew him.
Yeah,
that's when we did Bros vs. Pros. Was he strong back then?
He was gifted from the standpoint where even at 13, before he started taking the obscene amount of products that Gilberto Mundo used to like shove into him. He had that talent. Granted, you know, when you start taking Masteron, you start taking all these obscene amount of products that while you're still developing, knowing that you have that good baseline, of course you're going to be a fucking animal.
Age? Wow.
And
I seen his orders because you know that Rich he used to get stuff from Richard back in the day. He would order halotestin, Anadrol, GH, a ton of stuff. He would at a young age. You know?
And the thing is that you got to look at the protocols that he was taking literally right before a lift. Like if there was if he was preparing for a lift, like let's say like 2 weeks from now, like the protocols, you're like, holy shit. For me, my take, as a follow up to your video, it was some underlying condition that he does not want to reveal. And with all these bodybuilders passing away and dying and not really taking good care of themselves, he's at least trying to be proactive about seeing something in advance and trying to nip it in the butt before it gets progressively worse. But also the fact that a lot of people have been coming to me and telling me that he's also had some real bad injuries that has prevented him from continuously competing. So I think it's a combination of both the underlying conditions that were probably revealed in blood work and his injuries.
My take on the whole thing is I think Larry is a number one truly gifted athlete for sure, but he's also a master of marketing. Look at that Instagram following and YouTube following. Millions of people. He hasn't really, aside from the sensationalistic lifts he's done, he really hasn't done anything spectacular, but he has a crazy following. He does very entertaining videos. He probably figured, you know what? I'm going to take a break. Maybe got some blood work that wasn't great or something like that. He wanted to clean out. He's like, let's he's got full transparency on a lot of what he does. Let's put it out there. I'm going to go on TRT. I'm going to clean out for the next 3 months, and I'll see. And he'll be writing. I'm lifting all this stuff naturally or whatever on TRT only.
That's not natural though. You're on TRT. You're
of
not
course
natural.
not. I know, Greg, but it's a marketing thing. And then what'll happen is after about 4 months of doing it, he'll go back on cycle again, and he'll be like, and I'm making a comeback. I want to try to squat whatever 1,000 pounds or
that's like somebody already squatting like 900 pounds, and then says, "Hey, I'm on TRT," and the following month squats about 800 pounds. Yeah, 800 pounds is still fucking a lot.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Hey, look, I'm just doing it on TRT."
I don't think this is a permanent thing. No way. No way.
What's TRT to him though? See, I don't buy all that.
He says 175 milligrams a week, and he said if he sees anything bad in his blood work, he said this, that he's going to talk to his doctor and maybe lower it even. So that's why I said he must have.
He doesn't have a doctor. His doctor.
No, but Richard, listen.
His doctor is Dr. Richard Rodriguez.
His doctor is fucking Gilberto.
But that's why I thought, he must have something underlying that was seen in the blood work. That's the reason why he even brought that up, which I was going to ask John a question too, because in my video I said, all of you guys know the motto back in the day, and John is the one who started this whole thing with the documentary when he said, "Where's the body? Steroids don't kill you, no matter," and all of us, we all thought that no matter what you take, steroids is never going to kill you, right? But recently, with all the deaths that's happening, I want to ask John a question because somebody commented asking, have you changed your tune on that stance that you made back in the day?
Nope. You can still inject an entire bottle of testosterone and go on a picnic.
Yeah, but you can't do that for 10 years.
Actually, you can. It's not the steroids. It's the lifestyle that induces the steroid use.
Okay? Right there, John Romano.
So it's not one sliver out of the pie. It's the whole pie. It's the insane amount of food they're eating. It's the insane amount of weight they're carrying. It's the insane amount of drugs they're doing. It's the same the paucity of cardio that they're not doing. It's the training intensity. All of that stuff together is what's causing it. You can't peel one little layer of the onion off and blame everything on that.
But John, you don't think the extreme cycles that these guys have been doing since the beginning of Instagram, because no one wants to come off 10 years on crazy shit, you don't think it affected the health of all these people that we've seen dying recently?
Well, no. John said it best in one. You remember the interview that we had on our podcast, John, when you were saying it's like a lot of the deaths primarily have been attributed to some immunodeficient issue with COVID. Like, talk about that.
I thought it was
I don't want to go down.
There could be some clotting issues.
Wait. Can I just say something? Because I was on the same. John and I did the same show together. I was on Bigger, Stronger, Faster too. And in John's defense, John was 100% right, because that fucking video, that film we did was how many years ago, John? 2007 or something like that, or
almost 15 years. Yeah, 20 years.
You know how different? Do you guys have any fucking idea? At 15 years, the difference it takes. Look at every one of these guys. When you see all of these bodybuilders today, everybody looks like Big Ramy. Everybody's 300 pounds. Nobody was 15 years ago. Nobody was 300 pounds. So with John, you can't take John's statement out of its era. When he said that, he's 100% right. If you fucking idiots are gonna go out there and you young, I saw where there was this teenage bodybuilding sensation that was a monster and he fucking died. Because you can't just fucking blast yourself with every fucking thing. When John said that, It wasn't SARMs. It wasn't peptides. It wasn't all these things. And everybody says, oh, SARMs don't affect the kidneys and liver. Bullshit. Fucking Tylenol affects the kidneys and the liver.
Right.
So if you think that SARMs and peptides don't do all that shit, and the insulin usage, Rich Piana used to talk about, going up on the insulin, just so when he would go to those shows, you know what I mean, like the Arnold Classic and stuff, he would blast himself. Jerry Ward, look right here, my friend. He fucking used to tell me, bro, he would fucking take so much insulin. He put on like 25 pounds in a week before one of those expos. And these kids are emulating that stuff. And you're blasting insulin. And so when John said all of that stuff too, he was 100% right. 100%.
And Greg, the lifestyle also wasn't as extreme.
100% right.
So,
exactly. It's changed. The bodybuilding,
totally changed.
Social media has destroyed bodybuilding and made everybody and their brothers jacked. Girls are jacked. Yep. Girls are walking around with 20-inch arms today. Yeah. And it's not because the bodybuilder evolved since 15 years ago when John and I did that thing.
And it's not because of the steroids. It's all inclusive. It's all
the lifestyle.
Steroid abuse contributes to it, absolutely. Yes. And that's what has metastasized.
I mean, look, you take trend for 10 years straight. What's gonna fucking happen to you? You know what I mean?
You'll probably
here's the problem too, guys.
Drag the wrong person out of the car and try to.
The problem is that we've had a lot of deaths in the last 2 years. It coincides with COVID and the vaccine, and we can't really separate. Is it because guys have been using steroids for 10 years that they're dying? Or is it because they've been using steroids, living the lifestyle, like John said, and they had COVID or whatever, the vaccine?
Well,
is that the final death blow? That's what we don't know.
Several articles came out. You got to pull back from bodybuilding. The deaths weren't just limited to bodybuilding. It was all sports.
Yeah. Yes.
There was over 800 sudden deaths in sports worldwide since the vaccine came online.
Yep.
So that was an extreme departure from the norm, and there's no other explanation because everything else is the same.
Right.
All of a sudden, no one started doing massive amounts of drugs.
Unknown cause of death it is in Canada.
The
highest cause of death is unknown right now.
I think what John's trying to say is that steroids are the mechanism that some of these guys are abusing today that are helping from 15 years. I'm talking about what John said in Bigger, Stronger, Faster, and what's going on today is steroids, and not just steroids, your bodybuilding drugs. Forget your steroids, peptides, SARMs, fucking, all those insulin. I have 2 friends that died of insulin, and you knew one of them, Dave.
Yep.
Big T.
Troy,
what I'm saying? And these guys fucking are doing so much more shit today. So I believe it's the mechanism. Do you understand? Like there was a game show, a radio show when the Wii game first came out, and they offered a woman, like, if she could drink X amount of gallons of water.
And and she died.
And she drowned. She drowned in the fucking. She drank so many gallons of water, she drowned right there in the studio trying to win the
radio show, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So does that mean drinking water is gonna fucking no? If you do steroids responsibly, they're actually a good tool. But when you watch all these guys and they're fucking 300 pounds, I'll rip out your neck and shit down the hole. You know what I mean? Like, that's today they look like that. But trust me, you know what I'm saying? Look at me. I'm like, Pee Wee Herman now, compared to what I was. Because I was smart enough to know if I stayed on that fucking, doing the shit I was doing, forget about it. But these guys today, everybody wants to be huge. They want a big following on social media. That's all they give a fuck about.
Right.
Look at that fucking guy. Look what social media has produced. You ever see that guy Nikocado, Avocado, whatever the fuck?
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude, he was a skinny fucking kid. He was actually an immigrant from fucking like Argentina. So came over here and started eating ramen, giant plates of ramen. He got so fat, he went from, I think, 120 pounds to 320 pounds.
What's his name?
Yeah, look him up, Tyler. Put him on the screen so people can see it.
Put him on the screen.
What's his name?
Listen to me. And you know what's funny? He's a fucking millionaire.
What's
his
name?
And you know why? Because he's a train wreck and people just want to watch him.
Greg, what's his name?
Lucia, what's his name?
Nick Avocado.
Nikocado Avocado.
Mikado avocado.
Avocado.
Okay.
That's a great name.
Listen, you think
I love it.
You know what?
I know exactly who you mean. I know
Do you know how much
exactly
money that fucking guy's made? He lives in penthouses. He was an immigrant. He came across the border. He's gay with his boyfriend, and now he's like he sleeps with a respirator on his face because he was 120. Now he's like 300 something, and he's eating himself to death. And people watch that because they almost want to see him die. You know what I mean?
Look at this. Wait till you see this. Look at
him.
What
the fuck is he eating, this asshole?
Ramen. He's eating ramen.
But
That's
he eats
ramen.
that whole plate.
Really?
He eats that whole plate.
What kind of fucking ramen is that? Italian
Why does
brand?
anyone even?
Now he's in head.
Why does anyone even want to watch this? That's a better question.
Listen,
Monty Python did a thing where the guy ate to death and his body blew up.
Wait, how many followers is this
bomb
asshole?
that's what they're watching it for. They
That was a
actually wanna see-
bomb, Georgie.
They want to see it. They want to see him die. Look at the fat bitch with him. Okay. Now,
Wait, is that a girl or a guy?
look at him.
He
They're
calls
both
her a
eating
fat
all that.
bitch. He goes,
But wait, look, they're eating all that shit. That's ramen, bro. Do you know how fucking fattening that shit? Go talk to
There's
Cali
sodium
Muscle.
and all that shit, man. With
Yeah.
that.
Talk to Cali Muscle
That's
about
prison
ramen. Look how
food,
fat he is.
ramen.
Go
it's
look
all
at what he
fucking
looks like.
carbs, that shit. One little package is 500-600
How many
calories.
It's in rich flour. Nothing but in rich flour.
Yep.
Wait, Dave.
Highly refined flour.
Go look
Yep.
at him
Look,
before.
1.6 million. Look what these assholes are
Wait,
watching. People like this.
19.5 million likes. Holy mackerel.
19.5 million,
Yeah, look
Dave.
at that. 19.5 million likes.
Dave, do you know
He's
how
got
many
1 point-
fucking people this
Look, he's
guy-
got no clothes on. Look, he's sitting there like a fucking pig.
But look at
eating
him.
fucking
Wait,
food.
look at the before
This is
picture of him.
crazy.
Oh my
Look at him.
God.
Look,
He
he won't even
sleeps
get up
with
off
a
the
rest-
couch. He's got a reacher.
Look at him crying. Look at him crying there. He
Oh,
cries.
he
You
does
see him
yoga.
there with
He
the
can
violin?
stretch.
That's him skinny. No, go to the other one where he was
Yeah,
skinny.
let's see when he was skinny when he was a kid.
Look at how skinny. He wasn't a kid. It was recent. That's what he looked like when he came over here.
Yeah.
And he started. That's what he looked like when he started doing the eating videos. But these people on social media, they're almost rooting him on. They want to see him eat till he dies. That's him.
Wow.
Look at that.
Dude,
Dave,
I need to do a video on this asshole.
Dave, that's him. Did you see how skinny he was?
I bet
That's
he
not
had
when
an
he was
eating
young.
disorder.
That's when he started eating. Look at him.
He probably was like a bulimic or an anorexic, and he just said, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna
no,
eat."
Dave. Look at that was him. Okay, and that's what
What
he used
happened
to
to his complexion?
He's
I
eating
think
like
he-
a
I
pig,
think he just
John. He's got
splashed on his face.
acne and
probably so
stuff.
toxic
It's
inside.
sauce. He's just doing it for show.
Yeah.
No, he eats till he barfs and shit. He eats till he barfs.
Really?
He sleeps with a fucking. Look at him. He sleeps with a respirator.
Uh,
There it is.
maybe
Look at the
he's just-
respirator on his
That's
face.
a CPAP. That's a CPAP.
Yeah.
He can't. And you know what? The more he does this shit, the more people watch him. And he's making millions. He lives in a penthouse.
Is
Look
he a
at him
vegan?
crying.
Is that
Yeah,
what
but
he
he's
just said
not
or
gonna
no?
fucking live. He's gonna end up dropping
seen
dead
him at
eating like a
McDonald's.
pig
Yeah,
like
but
this.
you know what though? You know what? People want to see
Is
that.
that the girl now? That girl? Is that the girl in the
No,
video?
he's gay.
No.
He's gay. He doesn't like girls. He has a boyfriend.
but he's
and the
sitting
boyfriend
eating
left
a
him.
girl
Look at
who's
how
really
fat. Look at
overweight.
him there. Look at him shopping. Look at that fucking ass.
Yeah, but when he looks down, he can't even see his dick, this asshole.
Yeah, but did you see what he used to look like? Look at him. Look at those pictures of him. And this is he always cries. It's the funniest fucking thing. But if
Oh, he's a
you-
Biden
He likes
lover too.
Biden.
Is he?
Yeah, it says Biden for president.
Yeah, he likes Biden.
Vermont
figures.
would probably love him.
But this,
Wait, look at the fucking views. Each one of these fucking things. Look how many views each one of this has.
Now Johnny Bravo's getting an idea. He's like, maybe I should do a documentary on this
But
guy.
how does he make?
You know what? I was just thinking
How
about
does he
that.
make
'Cause
money,
that
though?
what people
You
would
should,
watch.
John.
How does he
You
get
should.
money on YouTube?
That's
Yeah.
exactly
John,
what I was
interview him.
thinking. That's why I said I want to do a video on this fucking guy now. I want to see what country did he come from?
Lucia, where's he
Let's
from?
get him on the show.
Argentina or something like that?
Yeah,
Let's get him in
Dave, see if
shape.
you
Let's
can
get him in
on.
shape.
How funny would that be?
Let's take him from this and get him in tip-top shape.
Yeah, but Mr. G, you could train him.
Oh, God.
Have him move
He don't
into your
want-
apartment.
Wait, you don't understand something. He does not want to lose weight. That's his thing. He wants, he's going to eat till he dies. He's disgusting.
Mr. G could have him running like,
No.
doing crazy cardio every day so he can eat all that food.
Mr.
and he
G,
can burn
send
it
send
off.
them boxes of shit. Have them eat it all and put it on TikTok. You'll blow up your fucking business.
Or we could get Furious Pete and have him have like a ramen eating
That's
contest.
true.
Oh,
I think this guy John is more of an endurance eater than a fast eater. He'll go all day, but he might not eat that fast in 10 minutes.
Yeah, but you understand, you're missing the point. Social media breeds train wrecks. Look at the few.
They'll do anything. They'll fucking do anything. They'll shoot somebody.
They'll jump off roofs of their house. Oh yeah, wait, we had a few bodybuilders do that, didn't they?
Listen, in this sport, we got people who, like, you know, I'm not going to say who, you know, because some of them we've had on the show. But I'm saying there's people in this sport who do insane, you know, they're kind of retarded, but that's what makes them fucking, it's like they're train wrecks. So social media pays them out, you know what I mean? Which is insane. What's this guy's claim to fame? Because he can eat fucking so much ramen. Now he's a millionaire. That's how he made his millions.
Fucking fame is disgusting.
He's got a great personality.
Listen,
he has to sleep with a respirator.
Greg, we all grew up. I am a little bit younger than you guys, but when we grew up, right, we looked up to people who did great things, and that's what we aspired to be. Now they just want to do dumb shit, and that's what they want to do to get famous. Yep. They don't want to do good things. They're not
want to work.
Do great things anymore.
Especially now, like, you know, especially
it's
people
like
that are fathers, like
it's
younger
like the movie
kids
Jackass.
And when you talk to your, I don't know about you, Dave, but like when I talk to my son and he tells me the people that he follows on TikTok, it just drives me crazy. Like he right now he has a guy by the name of Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
That has like these chocolates. This is a dude that like is selling chocolate bars for like $40+.
Mr. Beast, let me tell you something. Mr. Beast gets more views than anybody on social media on YouTube. That's the king of it, just so you know.
What is he do?
But I didn't know anything about this guy, right? But you know, when he passed the 4th grade, he's like, Dad, I want chocolate. I'm like, great, go to a fucking Godiva and buy chocolate. He's like, there's no. I specifically want Mr. Beast chocolates. And then I'm researching this shit online and I'm like, this fucker is selling chocolates that probably cost like $1 or $2 for a bar for $40+.
Mr. G, maybe you can get him to sell your cookies over there.
I brought him 10 bars and I spent like about almost damn near $200, right?
Oh, really? Wow. Were they good?
Well, you did it. I wouldn't have done it.
Were they good bars?
It's my son, man. It's like I love him to death.
Richard, did they taste good at least?
Oh,
yeah, Mr. Beast. Look at the views. He gives away houses, $1 million houses. In
103 million subscribers.
Yep. He's the king.
My ex-wife told me that they taste good. It's like he says that he's saving me some, so when I get there in September, you know, he'll let me have one.
You know what you're gonna say? You're gonna say this tastes just like chocolate.
It's funny because I'm gonna send you guys the video.
Where does he sell the chocolate bars? Let's see. He must have a website.
Dude, he gives away crazy shit.
Well, yeah, when you have 103 million subscribers, you can do that.
Yeah. Look, he gave somebody an island, and that's legit. This is not bullshit. He actually gives away houses. He's giving away his fucking houses, this guy.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
And he doesn't care because he gets so many views.
And what's his shtick, though? What does he do?
He just gives away shit.
He started from gaming.
Oh, he was.
I honestly don't know what his shtick is.
But the thing is, this is the product of social media today. You understand what I'm saying?
It's stunts, Greg. It's fucking stunts. So you do a stunt or a gimmick, and that's what they aspire. The young kids aspire to do. It's fucked up, man.
All right, John Bravo, you were just talking about something. Let me ask you a question. What about when we were younger? Musicians played instruments. There's not one person. Music. Nobody in the music industry could play a guitar, piano.
They can't even sing. They're fucking auto-tuned. They don't even fucking sing anymore.
There's the bars.
Organic cocoa, all that shit.
There's the bars.
Yeah,
4 base ingredients only.
Yeah, okay. Wow. And I guarantee it tastes like shit. He goes to Walmart and he buys fucking that chocolate shit. And
wait, you don't know about his hamburger franchise? He's got Mr. Beast burgers. Have you guys heard of him?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's got burger joints now too. This guy, he's killing it. He's killing it a bit more than anyone.
Click on one of the things you can buy one of those bars. I wanted to see what the.
See, $60. Yeah.
Shop now. Delicious.
Hey, you should come out with a bars alliance or whatever. A chocolate bar. It's
20. You're right. $30 a bar. Holy mackerel.
No. It's
10-pack. Oh, that's not so bad.
10-pack.
$3 a bar. Probably cost them 50 cents to make them.
Yeah.
You get a T-shirt with it. If you buy 3, you get the free T-shirt.
No, but this is the catch. His catch is
milk made from grass-fed cows.
His catch is that the more bars you buy, you can win a prize. So, you know, when you
like the golden ticket in Willy Wonka.
Yeah. Exactly. to visit his chocolate factory. So
you got George's brain is going like this.
The only ingredients are cane sugar, cocoa butter, chocolate liqueur,
island, and then
organic
milk,
milk,
and organic time, be like, fuck that.
It's regular chocolate.
Yeah. No, yeah.
It's impossible to make a keto.
Going back on that, guys. Greg and John, I don't think you guys realize that documentary had such an effect till now, even on so many fucking
Bigger, Stronger, Faster?
Yeah, at the time, did you guys realize how long that effects of what you guys did in that would last till now? I don't think you guys, no way you could have known how big it would be.
I didn't think so. I mean, but
that shit still resonates till this day, dude.
Listen, I was scared as hell as a kid. Yeah, go ahead.
The funny thing was when Chris Bell first approached me about it, and he was going over the whole idea and with the direction and everything. And I go, dude, that's all wrong. So they actually redid the whole theme of the documentary because Rick Collins and I steered him on the right course.
Oh, really?
I still have the original script here. I have it here.
Oh, I didn't know that. So the premise wasn't originally what we saw the audience.
What was the premise originally?
I don't remember, but it was more about I think it was more about demonizing steroids. He was going with the media direction.
Oh.
And I pulled him back. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute," and I explained, and that's really the angle that we took.
Well, his angle was that he was searching for answers. So he would go to all these people in the industry and figure out so he can make a decision. Is it worth for him to take steroids and get where he needs to get or not? And, that was the whole thing.
And it was also the disillusionment of all of his sport icon heroes were all doing drugs. So wrestlers, football, whoever else that they looked up to, that they were all doing juice. Mm-hmm. So
that's the reasons why That's the reason why that movie still resonates till this day, because you have kids now that still follow these so-called role models in sports, and like drug abuse, specifically with performance enhancement drugs, is bigger now than it ever was.
That's what my rant was in that movie. If you saw my rant, I said the guy that's got the finger up here like this, like Schwarzenegger, got the middle finger under the table, like fuck you. And that's where I said, to get where Arnold got, you got to step on a few fingers, people think I'm going to be a bodybuilder, then I'm going to get into movies like Arnold, and I'm going to be a superstar and a celebrity and all this other shit. And that's not how it works. How many bodybuilders?
What was it that you said? It's as American as apple pie.
I remember.
and Greg, listen, I passed that diner the other day where you filmed that scene where you're eating the steak. I passed that diner. I thought of you. New City Diner.
Really? They have a Valentino steak in there now.
That diner. You should have told me.
Now,
I was eating the fuck with my hands. He kept looking at it. I had shit all over my face.
That was the first time, dude. That was the first time I got exposed to you, Greg.
Greg was so happy that he got a free steak out of it.
I've never seen Greg eat a steak any other way.
We go with Blackman, I'd have it all on my fucking face.
Now, Greg, I'm gonna take you out to dinner. We're gonna recreate that.
Speaking of bigger, stronger, faster, Ric Flair came out recently and said that he was natural, right, his whole life. What do you guys think about that?
Oh yeah, that's so much bullshit.
Ric Flair lives right here by me on the lake.
Does he?
He's a native to Charlotte and circadian rejuvenation.
One person at a time.
Circadian rejuvenation is out of Charlotte. So and he actually goes to the spa and clinic over there in Charlotte. And when I read this, the first thing I did was I reached out to my business partner, AJ, Dr. Pleasy, and he was like, do you see these pictures? At one point in time, this guy was 270 pounds. In his early days of wrestling, 270 pounds. I sent you the video, Dave. It's insane for the fact that he has the audacity to say such a thing. I was like, dude, it's like everybody knows, at least when I was in existence with WFN, and I started seeing the lame policies of testing, with WWE, it's like everybody there was juicing because it wasn't regulated. Even when USADA, I think it was 2017 or 2018, USADA started monitoring them. Still.
So you think Ric Flair was juicing? Because he wasn't really.
You got to show them. You got to show them the picture. I sent
he wasn't really. He was never really.
He was big though. He was pretty big.
No, he was huge, dude. The video I sent him. The video I sent Dave showed him at 270 pounds.
That's old of him. Show the other ones.
Yeah, but he's like 80 now. He's a stick.
Yeah, but the fact is that he specifically said he never took
Well, that's what they all had to say back in those days. They all said that, and he's not the only one. They all did. But
he started talking. Yeah.
Hulk Hogan said it. They all said it.
He never had a really good physique, Flair.
That's what I'm trying to say.
All you little Hulksters out there, eat some meat and potatoes. So,
say your prayers.
Yeah, just write Ric Flair old days. Ric Flair old days on Google. Ric Flair old days.
Ric Flair's boat. He's got the biggest boat on the lake. It's got like 5 motors.
Look at that. Look at his stomach.
I sat next to him on an airplane once. He was a really nice guy.
There it is. You see?
A really nice guy.
On the top. No, the second one. That one. Yeah. 270 pounds.
He's pretty fat though. That's fat.
Look,
I mean, he doesn't really look like he was taking anything. It looked like he was fucking
like
taking drinking milk.
Like he was eating that with Greg a lot.
Fucking donuts and shit.
Well, he looks like a football player, like a lineman.
He wasn't juicing right
there.
Yeah,
but this is what, the 70s?
Richard, maybe he never fucking took anything. Maybe he's telling the truth.
Let's see that picture of him next to Andre the Giant. There. Hold on.
Rick tried to get him for Rick's fight when Rick had the charity event.
Yeah.
He doesn't even look strong.
Go back for a second, Tyler. There was a picture of him and Andre the Giant. I want to see that picture.
Yeah, Andre's
right there.
Look at that.
He looked actually pretty good there, Ric Flair. He was pretty jacked there. Andre is like a monster.
He was unbelievable.
He doesn't look like he was taking anything.
Why? Just because he looks like you?
No, he was on a TRT dose.
Oh, Johnny looks way better.
He was on a TRT dose in 1970.
You know, these guys back then would take a few Diana Ball. They didn't think it was steroids.
Yeah.
They didn't even know.
That's the TRT dose in the 70s.
Look at Andre. Holy mackerel. Was he a monster?
The match when Hulk Hogan beat him and for the championship was
great.
That was an insane size difference.
I saw the documentary on that, which was great.
Yeah, he let him win.
Yeah, that was.
It's always fixed, you know.
But
but he passed it on.
Yeah, exactly. Passed the torch.
Passed it on to him. That's what.
That meant a lot to Hogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hogan said that fucking Ric Flair hurt him. He used to. I mean, not Ric Flair. Andre used to hurt those guys when he would smack, even fucking playing around. He would hurt.
He said he's the strongest guy they've ever seen. They've never seen any human being as strong as him. You know?
He had a hand like a bunch of bananas.
Yeah, did you see that?
Well, Ted
who has a
Arsenio
hand like that?
They didn't have
Mark
him.
Henry.
The guy who benched 700.
Yeah.
Fuck. Mark Henry.
Oh, Mark Henry. Yeah.
I went to a strip club with him, bro. That fucking guy's hands were like a baseball mitt, and he liked the ugliest fucking girls.
You know what's crazy? I just thought about something.
Guy.
There should be a part 2 of Bigger, Stronger, Faster nowadays. Like 15 years later, what's changed? You know what I mean? I think I got to reach out to Chris Bell. I'm surprised he's not thinking about doing this. He probably has.
Maybe.
I think he wouldn't use the same people. I don't think he'd use us.
But I think he would want to revisit some of the things and the way times have changed since then.
He would do it differently. He has his brother Mark now involved in everything, and he would have him and Mark would go around and they'd interview all these, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious as to why he didn't.
I think he'd come back to us.
Yes, he would.
What I don't understand is
if he was smart, he'd come back to us.
Marijuana is legal
say what
now.
nobody else is going to say.
Listen to me. Marijuana is essentially legal now. Steroids, TRT is kind of accepted now. How far off do you think we are where they're just going to say, you know what? Put it in the hands of the doctors in these clinics. Who cares? Let these guys use steroids. When is it going to be legalized?
Well, it's a great point, Dave, because marijuana is Schedule 1.
Right.
Okay? That's the worst of the worst of the worst as far as the DEA is concerned. Schedule 1. Steroids are 3. Okay? So the lax attitude grew over many years of marijuana's infiltration into society and the paucity of problems it caused, as denoted by government-funded publications such as Reefer Madness.
Yeah.
It completely left. And the same thing's happening with steroids. We put up all of this, baseball scandal, steroids going to kill everybody. And it's the same thing as Reefer Madness. Now you got all these years later, marijuana is still Schedule 1, but states are legalizing it. Everybody's smoking it. You can buy.
It's getting to the point with weed that people that originally had life sentences. I spoke about it in one of the in one of our after hours.
Randy Lanier, I interviewed him. He was freed. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys that I helped with the motion.
Look, I got my weed right here. You see this shit? This is what puts me to sleep every fucking
No, but John, you're right. John, you're 100% right. I mean, eventually they're just going to say, who cares? You know
why though? Because you got celebrities doing it. Now you're seeing like these movies with these guys that are fit. Even people like a what's his name there, Tom Cruise. Even though he's not jacked and stuff, the guy's 60 years old, takes off his clothes. He's still got a nice body.
Yeah, you don't think he's taking something? Yeah, absolutely.
Look at Brad Pitt. But look at Brad Pitt in the movie Troy. Do you ever see him in the movie Troy? He looked like a fucking body.
Look at Chris Helmsworth in playing Thor in the last movie. He was
jacked
out of his mind.
They're training too, though, Dave.
Mark Wahlberg in.
Okay.
Oh fuck! Hit that fucking.
Yeah.
So,
don't mention his name to Greg. Greg fucking hates him.
Yeah.
Don't even mention.
So does Richard.
All Greg is thinking about
Richard.
him wearing that fucking skull cap in the fucking Limelight Church.
Why I threw it in there.
You know Elmer's Fudd hat. You know how Elmer's Fudd is, the hunting hat that snaps.
Yeah, with the fucking things on the sides. Yeah.
I have the Elmer Fudd hat on.
You don't have the ear flaps though.
I have the farmer's hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, the feds they just raided a farmer. One of those.
How did you get on? He's talking about Mark Wahlberg and the hat he had on. You're talking about a farmer getting raided. Let him finish the story.
Dave, an Amish farmer.
It's a segue.
Not a segue.
It was Amish.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's racist.
Come on, Dave, you're a segue in this stuff.
Go ahead, Greg. Finish.
No, I was just saying he had the Elmer Fudd hat. Exactly what George is wearing. It was the same with that red checkered shit. Yeah. But it had the snaps. It would snap like that.
Yeah.
And he had a vest on and hunting vest and shit.
Was it like the one in the Christmas story? Remember that hat the kid was wearing?
He shoots his eye out.
I don't. I think
he had like this fucking I don't know what kind of hat.
All right.
Was.
Before we go, we got to wrap this up. Before we go, gonna go around the horn. Most jacked movie star right now out there who's making movies. Go, Johnny Bravo first.
Let me go last because I got to really think about this.
All right, John Romano.
Man,
I'll go.
Make me second to last because I don't watch movies. I got to think.
The Rock.
Probably The Rock. Yeah, The Rock.
Okay, wait, no, The Rock doesn't count. You can't think of anyone besides The Rock because we're all going to say The Rock.
Well, then if he's the answer, then he's the answer. Who else?
Today.
Regardless of the age, you still got to give some
Chris
props
Helmsworth
to
is
Sylvester
Jack.
Stallone. You still got to give some props to Sylvester Stallone.
No,
but he's not the most jacked anymore.
No,
not
today. Who's the most jacked today?
You got Michael J. White. That's pretty jacked. And,
who's that guy in that movie I just saw? That series on Apple TV. What the heck was his name? Reacher. Who played Reacher? Look up the guy's name on Reacher. Who played Reacher?
He's the same guy from The Office, right? That played The Office.
I don't know. The guy is huge.
What about Batista? He's in.
Batista. That's a good one. You're right.
Batista is still in.
What about John Cena?
John Cena.
He was also in C. There's a show on Apple TV called C. He was really good at that.
He's a good actor. I like him. I like his character.
The guy that plays Creed.
That's Michael Jordan's son.
Yeah, he's
Alan Rickman, right? Alan Rickman.
It's not the same, man. It's not the same. We grew up. We had Van Damme. We had Arnold. We had Rocky. You know what I mean? It was a completely different thing back then. Everyone,
yeah, of course.
Well, Stallone's mad because they're making another. I don't even know how this guy's alive. The guy who did the original Rocky, produced it, Irwin Winkler. He's making a Dolph Lundgren, he's making a spin-off of that character.
Ivan Drago. It's called Drago.
And Stallone wasn't involved in it, and he was all mad that now he's like bad-mouthing Irwin Winkler there. They were
he's mad at Dolph Lundgren too for accepting.
He is? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Dolph needs money. That's why,
Was Dolph in it though? I mean,
Dolph was in the last Creed movie.
I thought I heard him.
He was in Creed 2. It's about his son. And then now they want to do a spin-off movie with just about him, Ivan Drago.
But I thought I read that Dolph doesn't want to do it neither.
No, he was
unless the new one.
I don't know.
No, the new one.
One guy that's still up there, man, especially for his age, Terry Crews. Terry Crews is still up there.
Everybody doesn't do stuff for money.
Yes, they do. These actors,
they're
old. They're old. They need the money.
So what? I wouldn't do it.
If they offered you $20 million, they're going to give it to you.
No.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
You're
want
a
to
liar.
bet me?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
No, I would
Yes,
not.
you would. I would make you do it. I would make you do it. I'd say.
I'd sleep in my fucking bed.
I would tell them. I would say.
I've done it before.
I'd make them.
I've already done it. I've turned down stuff.
I'd Baker Act them for 48 hours. I signed a contract for them.
No, I would not do it.
Hey,
they'd be like, "Where's George?" We Baker acted him for 48 hours.
That's why you need to be involved in politics.
$20 million,
right.
I would blow Erwin Winkler in front of the fucking camera. If I told my girlfriend, hey, look, I got an offer to blow Erwin Winkler for $20 million with all the cameras going, showing on the Jumbotron in Times Square, you know what she'd say? Well, you better get your ass out because we need the money. So you better. Does he want you to swallow too? I mean, you know. For that amount of money, there's nothing I wouldn't do.
George is like, I don't want the $20 million. I don't want the $20 million. I'm not doing it. Stallone's not involved. I'm not doing it.
I gave money away. I'm giving it away. I don't care.
Take your $20 million and shove it up your ass. I'm not doing it. Stallone's not involved.
You wouldn't do it, Dave.
I would do it for $20 million.
You would throw one of your friends under the bus. Dave, you would never do it. If
Stallone and I were best friends and I had no money and someone offered me $10 million, I'd be like, Sly, I love you and all, but unless you're going to be putting some money in my bank account, I'm going to go do this movie. Sorry.
It's not. No, it's not. I would. No.
First of all, I don't think they're even friends. Do you understand? They're not friends like that.
No,
you know what I mean?
I
it's like Joe Materazzi down the street. I know the guy, but
Stallone
it's not like,
got Dolph to do the movie Creed 2. And he got his old ex-wife there, Brigitte Nielsen, who looks like she was 100 years old. But they made her look pretty good for the movie. She looked like she dieted for it. And they put him in there. And I think Stallone felt like he was doing a favor for them. But then the character is kind of compelling. So I guess, they wanted to make a spinoff. I don't know why they didn't involve Stallone. No one really has explained that. But Stallone is mad.
Stallone created that character.
Right. Stallone is mad that they're doing the movie without him. And Erwin Winkler is, like I said, he was the guy who produced the original Rocky movie. So the guy's got to be 100 years old. I don't even know how he's still alive. Stallone's 75. How is Erwin Winkler still alive?
He's in his 90s. Stallone said it. He's like 94 or something like that. He's like that old fuck. He was like freaking out about it.
Oh, was
The Rocky story is about a guy named Chuck. A fighter named Chuck.
Where'd you get Chuck?
Ask Romano.
Oh, you mean it's based on Chuck Wepner?
Chuck Wepner.
Yeah, Chuck Wepner.
He's talking about it's based on Chuck Wepner.
Well, Chuck Wepner sued Stallone too. You know that, right?
Wait, I got to ask a question. Is Mr. G smoking this shit before the show? 'Cause he's always fucking everywhere. We could talk about one subject and he's in a different
Chuck
spot.
Wepner. Chuck Wepner. Stallone saw a fight against Chuck Wepner and Muhammad Ali. And he based Rocky story on that, and Chuck Wepner sued him for it. I'm sure he got money somehow because it was his life. He said he took my life story away from me. Whatever.
Yeah, on Amazon Prime they had that movie.
Yes, I saw
Chuck
that,
Wepner was a bleeder. They called him the Bayonne bleeder, and Ali would punch the shit out of him. And he'd just stand. You know what I mean? Like
he wouldn't go down.
That's why.
Yeah, he wouldn't go down. That's where Stallone got the idea. The guy who gets beat.
He's like a typical Irish guy with a big head.
Yes, he was just a tough dude. You wouldn't want to see this guy in the street, and that was where Stallone based the character on him.
And that's how he made it.
Yeah, it was a great idea. And Stallone, and they offered Stallone. I saw an interview recently with him. He was offered like I think upwards of like $2 million for the movie. But they didn't want him to be, and he couldn't star in it. They're like, we'll give you $2 million.
You know who they wanted?
Give it the script. He said, nope. What?
Who?
James Caan is the studio wanted James Caan.
And Burt Reynolds too, I heard too.
James Caan was their first choice. He said, no fucking way. If I don't play him, you don't get I'll rip that script up or find a way to do it myself.
I felt like they stretched the movies too many movies now anyway. I think they killed the original story by adding all the creeds. I just never got into the creeds. You know what I mean? I think
they should have Rocky meets like a fucking the Planet of the Apes or something like that.
You know what? You got it. I'll tell you about the Rocky movies. They're different because they're not like they're connected because it's the same characters, but it doesn't denigrate the spirit of the first movie, which I thought was the best. First movie was really about Stallone's life. It was like, I don't want to be another loser from the neighborhood. Yeah. I want to make something of myself, and it was a metaphor for his life. He just happened to do it in a boxing movie, but he felt like I'm doing all these little bit parts in Hollywood. No one takes me seriously. this is my one shot, and that's that's what the movie was about.
That's
that's why it plays so well. I always tell people that's my favorite movie of all time.
The first scene that they actually shot was him on the waterfront going after the guy for money. That was actually, even though it's not the first scene in the movie, that was the first scene. He said, "Okay, kid, if this scene comes out good, then you do the rest of the movie."
Oh, really? Okay.
And that was the scene,
Yeah.
I should have broke good, dub. That's
my favorite movie was fucking Linda Lovelace in Deep Throat.
You got that under your table, Greg?
Yeah.
She has a clitoris in her fucking throat. That's why she used to go so deep. That's what she said.
What, she got that new surgery?
Yeah.
No, she was from here where I live.
Oh, really?
AOC's from York. Then she went to Lakeland High School, though, but it was the next high school. Never.
Greg took her to his prom.
Greg's got his number in his phone. Greg, he's got a number in his phone.
AOC's from my town, right here. Right down the road. My girlfriend and I junk at her house.
Really?
At AOC's house, her parents' house, where she grew up.
Well, you guys go wait for the garbage in the
High
front.
school, my niece.
Wait, good. You guys collect the stuff in the front of her house?
Where do you think half this shit comes from in my house? Yeah.
They get rid of good shit?
Yeah, my girlfriend sells all that stuff.
Yeah, I know. What kind of shit did they get rid of? Dildos and
they
shit?
Get just like average bullshit, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Nothing great, but it's her family, she's lived there since she was 2. You know, don't believe all that shit that she's from, from the city or not. She grew up, she went to same elementary school as me, same middle school as I did, same high school.
Greg, I know you're looking for a prom date, but we got to wrap this up here. Guys, thanks for the great stories. If you agree that Lowry Wheels is done for good, let us know in the comments below. If you think it was a smoke screen, let us know as well. And we will calculate the tally on the next show. For now, we are definitely way out of time. I'm Dave Palumbo with the entire Whack Pack. We'll see you next week.
And Jerry Ward's words, but don't fight.
All right.
Put your comments below, but don't fight.